So they tell us that we work 8 hours a day, but that's not true. It's not even close. The clock might say 8, but what about the commute? The hour it takes to get there and the hour it takes to get home. The time lost waiting for buses, stuck in traffic, rushing through train stations. Suddenly 8-hour day is really 10 or sometimes 11. And here's the brutal truth. Those hours are stolen from you because you don't actually get paid for them. You don't get them back. Now, most people, they don't stop to count them because if they did, they would realize that the 8-hour day was never real to begin with. It was a compromise, born out of labor struggles in the 19th and 20th centuries when workers fought just to avoid 14-hour shifts in factories. 8 hours for work, 8 hours for rest, 8 hours for what we will. That was the dream. But the commute? That was kind of invisible. No boss, no union, no politician ever put those hours into the equation. And yet today, they may be the biggest theft of them all. You know, the numbers are kind of terrifying. And I've actually done the research. In 2024, the average American one-way commute was 26.8 minutes. That's nearly 1 hour every day, over 250 hours a year. 6 full work weeks gone. Now, this was in major metro areas where transit commuters averaged 73 minutes one way, and the super commuters more than 2 hours each way, nearly 5 hours every day. So do the math. That's almost a complete workday, completely unpaid. So the illusion of the 8-hour day collapses the moment you add the commute. And that's something to think about. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay, let's stretch out the numbers. If you spend 1 hour each way, that's 10 hours a week, 500 hours a year, 12 full work weeks. Over a 40-year career, that's like 20,000 hours, 2 years of your life just sitting in transit. For those with brutal commutes, it's far, far worse. 4 hours a day adds to almost 8 years of life lost, nearly a decade of what could have been something else entirely. Now, if you think about what you would do with that time, like in 500 hours, you could learn the basics of a new language or write a book. In 20,000 hours, you could master a craft, like any craft. You can become an expert, you can build a side business or raise a child with thousands of extra mornings and evenings together. Instead, those years are traded for traffic jams and train delays. And that's the part people rarely face. It's not just hours, it's opportunity. It's the unlived lives, the unopened doors, the talents that never had the time to grow. The theft is not just money, it's time, and time is life. But commuting doesn't only steal hours, it drains your body, your wallet, and your spirit. Now, I remember finishing a long day of work, already tired, only to face an hour-long ride home. And by the time I walked through my door, I wasn't just exhausted, I was empty. And weekends became dead zones. Weekends weren't rest, they were recovery. And the research is actually pretty clear. It finds that commutes over 45 minutes spike stress and lower job satisfaction. And Swedish researchers actually discovered something more interesting. Couples with long commutes are 40% more likely to divorce. This is just facts, okay? And there is even a correlation between commutes and obesity and high blood pressure and shorter lifespans. And then there is the financial side. The average American spends nearly $10,000 a year on owning a car, insurance, gas, repairs, and much of that is directly tied to commuting. Every extra mile you drive isn't just lost time, it's money burned. But the deepest cost, in my opinion, it's kind of invisible, okay? It's the moments that never happened, the bedtime stories skipped, the dinners missed, the projects you never had the energy to start. The creativity that sort of evaporates when your brain is stuck in survival mode. The commute doesn't just waste time, it sort of reshapes your whole life around exhaustion. So, here's the twist. I'm not free from this system either. I still work a regular job today where I commute. But earlier this year, I started building my own business on the side, and every single day I actually used my commute as a part of that journey. Now at first, I did what everyone else does, just blank stares, endless scrolling, music just to pass the time. You know what I'm talking about. But eventually I asked myself, what if I can make this time count? What if I can make it mine? Now, my commute has become my second classroom. That's right, I fill it with audiobooks, podcasts, and notes. I scribble down ideas while riding the train. I listen to business and philosophy shows that spark new ways of thinking. I plan content, videos like this. Sometimes I just journal out loud into a voice memo, turning wasted minutes into seeds for future projects. And it doesn't mean the hours stop being stolen. They don't, but at least I get to choose whether they dissolve into nothing or becoming building blocks for the life that I'm creating. And the truth is this has changed me. My side business exists today because of those reclaimed hours. The thoughts shaped on a crowded bus, the ideas that came to me staring out, like a train window, those became the foundations of something real. That's how I'm surviving the system. By refusing to give it all of me, by taking some of that time back. Okay, here's the truth. Your commutes will never pay you back. Those hours are just gone, but they don't have to be meaningless. You can turn dead time into live time. You can make your car a classroom with podcasts and audiobooks. You can turn your train ride into a library. You can use your bus ride as a strategy session. You can journal, you can sketch out business ideas, you can learn a new skill, or you can call someone who inspires you. Even 10 minutes a day adds up. 10 minutes that belongs to you, not your boss, not the company, not the road. Because once you see that light, you can choose differently. The workday, it isn't 8 hours, it's 10, it's 11, it's sometimes 12. But now you know the truth. So my suggestion is take back your commute, take back your time, and use it to build a life you actually want. As always, thank you for listening. Do me a favor and tap that like button to show your support. Subscribe if you're interested in more content like this. Until next time, stay hungry, relentless, and strong in your journey of escaping wage slavery. Bye. Oh, you're still here. Oh, that's right. This is the behind the scenes vlog. This part of the video is where I get more personal. It's mostly for those of you who have subscribed and have been around for a while. But if you're new here, you're more than welcome to stick around. I like to treat this space as a quiet conversation, like the part of the night when everyone else has gone to bed and the real talk begins. So let's get into it. So, a quick update. Lately, I've been able to post more videos than usual and I wanted to explain why. The reason might actually surprise you. As you know, I work as a consultant and my gigs vary quite a bit. Funny enough, right after making that video about the 4-day work week, I ended up with an assignment where I only work 20 hours a week and 2 of those days from home while still being paid a full-time salary. It is true. Now, unfortunately, this is just a temporary thing. I'm sort of filling in for another consultant, but it's sort of one of those rare lucky breaks. Sometimes the fit just isn't right, and that's part of consulting life. It's happened to me many times. For me, though, this means that there is extra time for me to focus on my videos, on my business, which I'm really grateful for. And speaking of that, I wanted to say thank you. Really want to show you my appreciation. My book, The Brutal Truth About Work, recently became a bestseller on Amazon. It actually hit #1 in the US, France, Germany, and Canada. It only lasted for a couple of days, but honestly, it's pretty amazing, and it's only thanks to you guys. So thank you again. Another thing I wanted to mention is that I've recently sort of started a second channel here on YouTube. Actually, I sort of converted my old camera channel into a new channel, and I call it Scryleus Clips, where I post shorter content Some people say my videos are too long, and that's totally fair. We're all different. But now you can watch the full-length versions on my main channel and the quick clips on the new one. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.